Look, there's one advice that Amazon gurus keep giving you that, in my opinion, and beyond my opinion, okay, in my experience, is a terrible advice. This advice is to not sell cheap products on Amazon. So recently I read a post, right, by one famous Amazon guru, somebody that's actually like famous in the space. And by the way, nothing against him. I think I legit think he's a brilliant guy, but I just believe he's 100% wrong with this, okay? So this advice was to stick to products that are in a range between $20 to $80, because any product below $20 is actually going to not be profitable, because Amazon is going to eat, like with Amazon fees, right, is going to eat on your profits. Now, in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you why I actually disagree with this, and I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to show you products, but we'll see where it's going to take us, okay? So, by the way, if you guys don't know me, my name is Chris Mangunza. I release videos here to help you with your Amazon business, okay? So if you are new, subscribe, and if you want more help, if you want me to actually help you scale your Amazon business one-on-one, there's a link in the description if you want to actually apply for my mentorship program. All right, now let's get started. As I was saying, you should not, like, literally the price of a product has nothing to do, like a product being cheap should not disqualify the product itself. The only thing that matters when you make a purchasing decision, when you decide to buy a product to flip it on Amazon, the only thing that matters is return on capital. Is how much money are you going to make out of the money that you spend on that product? That's return on capital. You can call it return on capital, you can call it return on investment. That's the only thing, not the only thing, but when it comes to a dollar amount, right? The dollar amount doesn't really matter, but like the only thing that matters is how much money are you gonna get back on that money that you spent, and how fast are you gonna get that money back. That's all that matters, okay? At the end of the day, that's the only things that matter when it comes to actually making purchasing decisions for your inventory, okay? That's the only thing that matters. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because if you actually dig into my YouTube channel, you will see that I've been talking a lot about cheap products, because I made a lot of money selling cheap products. At one point, it was my bread and butter, because back in the day, there was something that was called the Small and Light program, and if you were selling products under $12, you had like fees being cut, all that stuff, and so it was an easy way to boost your profit. Now, I'll tell you this, there's a ton of cheap products where you can make a lot of money. The best return on investment I get, the best return on capital that I get today in my business is on products that are below $10, products that I sell below $10, okay? Once again, the only thing that matters is how much money you are actually making out of that money that you spend in inventory, right? So it does not matter if you sell a product for $5, okay? If it's actually profitable, you're good, okay? You should flip the product. It doesn't matter if it's $5, $6, whatever. And what you'll notice is that once you go below $10 as a selling price, a lot of the profitable products that you are going to find are going to be products that you can legit sell for above 100% return on investment, and that are actually replenishable, okay? And so I'm telling you, there's a lot of money there, because gurus actually actively discourage you to actually sell these products, okay? And a lot of people don't do it because, like, and for a couple of reasons. So the first reason that I've heard is that, yeah, like, like Amazon fees are going to eat your profit. It's absolutely not true, okay? Absolutely not true. There's a ton of profitable products in that range, okay? The second thing that I've heard about, and it was more from retail arbitrage sellers, if I'm being 100% honest, right? But it was from a lady that was making a lot of video when it comes to retail arbitrage, especially when I was starting myself. And she was saying, if a product does not make $5 profit, I'm not considering it because it's not worth my time, which in my opinion is a super dumb statement, okay? What do you mean it's not worth your time? Like, literally a product, right? If you FBM it, I mean, if you don't make $5 profit, who cares? You just stick a label on it, put it in a label. I mean, it takes you less than 30 seconds, right? And to be honest, like, actions in your business should not be worth your time. I mean, that's not how business works. You can outsource all these actions. At the end of the day, you should know how much it costs you for every single step, right? So if prep costs you like $1, and that's probably like if you make $2 profit, but you spent $1 on the product, why would you skip the product? Why would you skip it if you double on your money? It does not matter. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters in this business, the only thing that matters is how much money do you make on the money that you actually spent on your investment. That's it. The dollar amount doesn't matter because like it doesn't matter. You can scale, you just scale the volume. It's just a volume game. Like literally it doesn't matter. Just you'll be able to sell like instead of making $5 profit, you make $2.50 profit, right? Of course, net, not gross, right? Then, I mean, you just need to sell twice the product, but it's not an issue because you just buy twice the amount, right? That's literally it, or you just buy twice the number of leads. That's legit all it takes, okay? And at the end of the day, if you want to scale this business, this is how you should actually see it, okay? Profit margins do not matter. And I'm going to make one more video on it, but we talked about it during the interview with Ernie. If you haven't seen it, just look on my channel, right? Just click below and just check it out. Literally, we talked about like with Ernie, right? Who made $4 million, one of my students who made $4 million with Amazon right now. We legit talk about how profit margins do not matter. Okay, it doesn't mean that it's all about orange bars, right? That's not what it means. But what it means is that profit margins is irrelevant. The only thing that matters, and I'm going to repeat it for the 10th time today, the only thing that matters in this business is return on capital and at which speed can you get that return on capital. That's it. Nothing else matters, right? And of course, like to be honest, I'll tell you this, okay? I'll tell you this, and I'll make a whole video on this, but orange bars matter way more than profit margin. Profit margin is the last thing that should actually look at, okay? Return on investment, inventory turnover, and revenue. Revenue is way more important, okay? It's better for you to be at $100,000 and make a little money than to be at $10,000 and making the same amount of money. Why? Because you'll be able to get access to more capital. Because you have more capital that's being churned. You have access to more capital, okay? You have access to more capital, it's easier to scale. That's legit it. That's it, okay? Orange bars matters, okay, contrary to what a lot of people actually say. And the volume also protects your Amazon account because if you have an issue, like, you'll be fine, right? You'll probably have health account insurance at that point. So volume actually matters. Stop listening to people that are telling you otherwise, okay? Volume matters. Profit margin does not matter. You can sell products that are below $10, even products that are below $4, and you can make a shit ton of money actually doing this. You should actually focus on return on investment, on return on capital, and how fast you flip your inventory. That's it. So hopefully this video was helpful. I'll see you. Just book a call. Get in my mentorship programs to stop listening to all that bullshit. And I'll see you soon.